So in 7th and 8th grade, there's a variety of different French and Spanish classes that you can take. If you're just starting out, there's French Introduction and Spanish Introduction. And then there's French and Spanish enrichment classes, which come after. And you can continue and even have high school level classes here at Brownell. All of the classes focus on talking. We want you to be able to speak Spanish and speak French, but also on reading and listening and writing. So in the very beginning, you're having simple conversations and you can have simple interviews with each other, and they get more and more complex the longer you stay in French and Spanish. So by the end of the first class, by the end of intro, you'll be able to write a simple paragraph about yourself, but in French or Spanish instead of English. And you'll be able to interview your friends and understand an interview about kind of your daily life at school. And the longer you stay, the more complex it gets. So by the end of the high school classes, you can even write some pretty complex essays, but do it all the way in French or all the way in Spanish. But it's not just about the languages, it's also learning about the places where those languages are spoken. So whether that's learning about Day of the Dead in a Spanish class or Epiphany cakes in a French class, tasting foods from other places. Day to day, we try and have an activity every day where you're talking in the language and listening to the language and reading and writing. But some of the student favorites in terms of activities and projects are we do virtual travel activities where we use green screen to pretend to travel to French or Spanish speaking places. Tasting foods from other places is a student favorite. Competing in games, whether that's games at the table with cards or Kahoot on the smartboard or other smartboard games. That was it. Okay, so when you're choosing classes for 7th grade, if you're just starting out, you can take French Introduction or Spanish Introduction, and I, Ms. Porvin, and Mr. Abel teach both of those classes. Or if you already had introduction in 6th grade, you can move on to the enrichment classes or to the high school level classes.